Hey everybody, today I want to talk about stress. We all have it, we all deal with it, and if you have a lot of kids, you probably really experience it. Stressful job, tough relationships, anything can cause you stress. So for me, I have always been kind of like that stressed out person, type A, need to have everything done a certain way, just so much stress. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I have had issues with chronic pain. Well, chronic pain is also linked to stress. So when you start to stress out, all your muscles get all tight, and that can actually activate different things in your body to become pain points, right? So for me, when I first started my, trip into herbal remedies versus medication, it brought me to a couple herbs that I want to talk about today. So I get everything from this book. This is Medicinal Herbs. And the whole point of this is to kind of give you an idea of what you can do if you're in a stressful situation or if you feel stress daily, what kind of things you can do. So I used to drink a really great protein drink that had probably a lot of the herbs that are in here. The problem was they weren't concentrated enough. And so when I would drink the shake, it was delicious and it was extremely healthy and stuff. As my needs changed, it grew to the point where I needed more specific herbs than what was in the actual shake. So while I was getting the nutrients out of the shake, I wasn't getting enough of each of the different adaptogens and herbs to actually make a difference in my stress levels. So I wanted to share with you a couple in this book that talks about stress. So ashwagandha is one of them. This is an adaptogen that helps the body adapt to stress. And that is a really good herb. You'll find that in a lot of different supplements. With ashwagandha, you could actually take that by itself, which is fine. But when it is actually paired with rhodiola, which is another adaptogen herb, and Schisandra, you actually will find that when you take all these different herbs, the power and potency of each of these herbs are going to have a greater effect on your stress levels and that kind of thing. So I actually take an herb, a supplement that has Schisandra, ashwagandha, astragalus, and rhodiola. So all the stuff that it mentions in here. What this has done for me, just by taking this, I actually don't have to take my antidepressants anymore. I believe this also has St. John's wort. Yeah, there's also St. John's wort in here. But it wasn't something that one day I was like, I'm just going to take this and stop my medication. It was a slow process. A lot of times I had a lot of difficulty with my stress levels during my cycle and that kind of thing. So I take 2 of these a day. And 2 of these actually really help with just keeping my my depression and my stress levels down. I'm not saying I don't have any stress. You can't take a pill that's going to automatically make your kids act better or make your husband nicer or whatever causes you stress, but it does help. So in addition to this, I added meditation, and you guys will hear me talk about meditation so much. It's just like working out. You can't just take a shake. You can't just do a patch or take a pill to get yourself in better shape. You have to help those supplements along with what your goals are, right? So you still have to eat right. You still have to get enough sleep. You still have to work out. There's no magic pill for anything. But when you combine your supplements with the right activities, your life can completely change. And so for me, adding meditation, and I always talk about mindfulness. Those are 2 things. And then the right herbs, I have been able to not only be stable the entire month, but I've been able to get rid of my anxiety and panic attacks that I usually have. I used to have 1 a day, maybe 2 to 3 times a day, depending on the time of the month. I have about 1 to 2 a month right now. I'm not going to lie, I still get them, but they have greatly decreased, which has been amazing. So when it comes to stress, you don't have to take my word for it. This is an awesome book if you want to pick it up, but you can also go to your local Sprouts. Talk to me about it. If you are feeling extremely stressed out, if you're depressed, if you have any of those kind of things, there are things you can do outside of medication, and I'm definitely not saying stop taking medication. That's not what I'm saying, but I am saying that there gets to a point where, at least for me, I was taking medication and they had to keep upping it, and we weren't getting to the root cause of what the issues were. And so through therapy, I went to therapy, and everything else that I learned and I did, I can tell you right now, my husband still says to this day, he's like, wow, I can't believe I have my wife back. And this all happened, okay, there we go. This all happened after I had my fourth child. So I had really bad postpartum, which turned into a complete depression, which really sucked. But the way I look at things now is that I'm here to hopefully get other people through it, because I could tell you right now, being on 7 medications and basically having two weeks out of the month that I just frankly didn't want to live or be around, like, that was a really scary thing for me, because I'm a very positive person. So there are things out there for you. So again, if you suffer with anxiety or depression, any kind of stress, today I wanted to just talk about the different herbs and things like that that can help. And then also tell you that, you know, if you're going to go down that path, you have to take other things in consideration with it. So I'm not sure if this helps. Hopefully it does, but I'm telling you right now, you don't have to be sad. You don't have to be totally stressed out. Like I said, you're not going to like completely lose your stress, but if you could just ease it or manage it, I know for me, that's made all the difference in the world. I hope you're having a great day, and everybody go out there and stay healthy. See you soon.